Hello, Sweet Treats Inc. We are your consultants, Jasmine.
Ashley.
Daisy.
And Chris.
We appreciate your time and your openness to enacting change within your organization. Here at ML Walker Consulting Group, we pride ourselves in finding solutions to issues that your organization might be facing. Our feedback are not criticisms of your company, but rather expertise and diverse insight on how to see blind spots within your organization in its structure and design and improve upon them. Just so everyone at Sweet Treats Inc. and ML Walker Consulting Group are both on the same page, we wanted to reiterate the key associates who played a part in enacting this organizational change. First, we have Jimmy Sprinkles, who is the CEO of your company, and he leads investor relations and external pitching, as well as being the central decision maker. Like any new ambitious CEO, he pushes for rapid candy flavor development to present to investors. Then we have Candy Frost, who is the CFO of Sweet Treats, and he's in charge of developing a low pricing strategy by leveraging leftover resources and focused on financial efficiencies and cost savings. Next, we have Bobby Crunch, who was your human resources manager, and his role was to train line workers through instructional videos and oversee workforce readiness on the production line. We understand that Bobby is no longer at the company. Last, but certainly not least, we have Janice Swirl, who was the head candy creator at Sweet Treats, but unfortunately left the company after being overworked, overlooked, and undervalued. Now I'm going to hand it off to Ashley, and she will dive further into the design challenges your organization is facing. Ashley, take it away.
Now that we out Now that we introduced the Sweet Treats Inc. key players and their roles, let's shift to the first question. What aspects of organizational design are contributing to the challenges we outlined in the case? We'll break this down using the frameworks we studied in Galbraith's STAR model and Morgan's organism metaphor. Misalignment between strategy and capacity. Jimmy promised investors four unique flavors in 10 days, but the people, structure, and processes weren't in place to deliver that. Galbraith's STAR model reminds us that when strategy moves ahead without matching capacities, gaps begin to appear. Over centralized power. When Janice said she needed 15 days for a fourth new flavor, leadership overrode her input. A more balanced approach would have trusted her expertise. Instead, all decisions went through Jimmy, creating frustration. Rigid system, a non-adaptive system. As mentioned in Morgan's organism metaphor, a healthy organization adapts to external environments and internal conditions. Candy faced on, excuse me, Candy focused on financial efficiency, but failed to distribute resources or timelines to support innovation. Lack of formal reward and recognition systems. Janice spent 5 years developing three original flavors and worked overtime to produce the fourth flavor, yet did not receive formal acknowledgement. Talent loss and loss of trust. Jimmy took full credit when they received praise from investors. Janice resigns due to being undervalued, followed by Bobby, and there was no plan to retain or replace key talent.
What are the questions we can ask team members to better understand the problem? The first would be questions that would help us better understand the team dynamics. Is this the first time Janice or any team member has had credit taken away? Is it common for the team member to be overworked and held to tight deadlines? Second, we can ask questions to evaluate central leadership and their strategy. Have there been any prior examples of unethical behavior from central leadership? How does Sweet Treats motivate and reward their employees? And lastly, we can ask a question to help us better understand Jimmy and Janice's agreement. Was there a signed contract between Jimmy and Janice stating Janice would be compensated for her flavor creations?
Based on the challenges we've outlined and insights we gathered, we come to the final step, proposing concrete solutions. What would we propose for Sweet Treats Inc., and what would be the potential impacts on the organization? Let's explore our recommendations, of which we have 3. First is to put a process in place for future product launches, allowing employees enough time to develop product. After all, the company's mission to deliver sweet treats for customers at a reasonable price is to serve the customers, not investors. Having a process to follow and adapt to helps reduce the likelihood of product delays like the company experienced. Our second recommendation is to create a board of executives accountable, and that the company engage a third-party firm to ensure board members are based on merit and not existing relationships with executives. Answering to a board should keep lead executives honest and committed to the company mission. Our final recommendation is to create a rewards properly recognize for their work. The reward should be specified for each level of employment as needed, and having a reward system helps keep employees engaged and motivated, boost morale within the company. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Our recommendations help address the issues your organization is